Good evening, and welcome to Connect BC's March 2022 Full Moon Meditation. My name is Angela Rain-Catcher, and I am the convener for Connect BC. We're a Wiccan-based public ritual group based in Washington, D.C. Tonight I am coming to you from the ancestral lands of the Piscataway people. As a member of an earth-honoring tradition, and as a person of European descent, it is important for me to acknowledge the often brutal history of settler colonialism in the United States, and to give gratitude to the communities who have tended this land since time immemorial and continue to do so. I offer respect to their elders, past, present, and future, and I honor their truths. Tonight, when many of us are asleep around 3 a.m. in the morning Eastern Time, the moon will be full in the mutable earth sign of Virgo. Now, in the phases of the moon, the full moon is a time of ripeness, when the moon's energy is fully embodied and her light is the brightest. And with Virgo, Virgo speaks to us of refinement and purification, of putting some order around chaos. And we are able to use Virgo's energy to take all the inputs coming to us through the day and to sift through them, to analyze them, and to transform them. Virgo is the organizing principle that takes all of humanity's knowledge in all of its glorious messiness and creates systems that allow us to efficiently and effectively find and use that knowledge, the knowledge that we need when we need it. Now, as always, at the full moon, the astrological sign that the moon is in is directly opposite the sign that the sun is in. So if the full moon is in Virgo, that means that the sun is in Pisces. Now, if Virgo is organized and everything has its place, then Pisces is chaotic, where there are few, if any, boundaries between things. And if you've been paying attention to the news, there seems to be a lot of chaos going on in the world right now. And just a lot of things coming at us from all sides, whether it's the international or national news, or if it's just things within our home life or work, families. It can get kind of crazy out there. So in tonight's meditation, we're going to call on the moon and Virgo's energy to help us create some boundaries around ourselves. Now, I'm not talking about 10-foot thick brick walls around us that, doesn't let anything in and it just continues to constrain us. I'm not talking about that kind of boundary. Virgo is mutable earth. So like a good rich soil can support and nurture a healthy plant, like while having space for roots to stretch out and grow. The boundaries that we're going to create tonight will provide that calm, breathing room for us to ground and center ourselves, even in the greatest maelstrom. At least that's the intent. And so now I'm going to just invite you to find a position in your body, whether it's sitting up or reclining or laying down. Find a position that is comfortable for your body. Turn down the lights a little bit if you want, and if you're safe doing so. Close your eyes and just bring your attention to your breath. And we're going to breathe in and out. And just breathe in and out at your own pace, with no judgment, without changing anything. Just notice the breathing in and the breathing out. You may notice as you breathe, if you breathe in through your nostrils, you may notice that the air around your nostrils is a little cooler as you breathe in. And your breath may feel a little warmer as it exits if you breathe out of your mouth. You may notice your torso expanding and contracting as you breathe in and breathe out. And you might even just find yourself breathing in, feeling a little more comfortable, a little calmer, a little more peaceful and settled as you breathe in and breathe out. And now just let that go and let your body just take over, just automatically breathing in and breathing out. As you imagine in your mind's eye the full moon in the night sky in all her glory. And as you reach your hands up towards her, either in your mind or you could do physically reach up your hands towards the moon and feel the moonlight flowing back down into you, back into your hands, down through your arms and into your body, filling you up as we pray. We call to the moon, silver and pure, graceful goddess of the night sky. Pale lady among the stars, pour your light into us, that we may be filled with your beauty. Mother Moon, you are pregnant with all possibilities. Beautiful moon, we sing to you, we love you, we honor you, and we welcome you into our hearts. Blessed be. And now, bring your attention down to your feet. And just imagine that the bottoms of your feet can open up. I picture it like the lens of a camera opens up and gets wider to bring in the light. Imagine that the bottoms of your feet can open up. And as you breathe, imagine that the energy that is within you begins to flow down into the earth. And that the energy of the earth, the energy of the soil, the energy of the bedrock, the energy of the growing things, that it flows up just naturally and easily through your feet. As you breathe, that energy just flows so gently into your feet and into your ankles and up your legs. And as that energy of the earth and of the vital world flows up and into your body, you can feel the cells of your bones, of your muscles, just begin to wake up. Ooh, they wake up as that energy of the earth flows up into your body, up into your thighs and your hips. Oh, up into your abdomen, and all of your vital organs just become revitalized and awakened by the earth energy that you're breathing in through your feet. And it flows up into your lungs and up into your heart. And as you breathe and as the lung pumps, that energy is pushed out through your entire body. Oh, and then it comes back to your lungs and to your heart, and it continues to flow up into your shoulders and down your arms and into your hands and your fingertips. And you continue to let it flow as you breathe up into your neck, up into your neck, up into your jaw and your cheeks and your head, up the back of your skull, up into your brain, up into your scalp and your hair. And then here we can imagine that the tops of our head just open up a little bit, and that energy from the earth flows out of our heads, out of the top of our heads, and flows out and over us, over our skin, over our face and our ears, and down the back of our neck, and down our shoulders, and out along the outside of our body. Oh, and all of the cells of our skin are just woken up. Like, oh yeah, vital energy of the earth flowing down over us and down our body until it reaches back down to the ground. And now we are covered inside and out with the energy of the vital earth. Just take a moment. Just to take a moment and notice what that feels like. Notice if there's any difference in your body since we did that. Just notice, no judgment. And if you're like, no, Angela, it doesn't feel a damn bit of difference, that's okay. Just notice that. It's good to be aware. Just notice what your body feels like. Notice if there's any awareness that's different. And in a way, we have created the first part of our boundary, using the vital, the mutable energy of the earth infused with the energy of Virgo and the moon. And you might notice that as you breathe and as you move that boundary, that membrane, if you will, like we're a giant cell surrounded by a membrane close to our bodies, that it moves with you. Just notice. Take a deep breath in. And let it out. And now I invite you to bring your attention to the top of your head. And just like we open the bottoms of our feet to let the energy of the earth in our bodies, we're going to open the tops of our heads a little bit wider. And as you breathe, just imagine that the energy of the stars above us, the energy of the sun and the moon and the planets, the energy of the stars and the supernova, the stellar nurseries, the energies of the galaxy, all of that energy is swirling and funneling down into our heads. And it's flowing down and it's shimmering and refreshing and energizing. And as we breathe, allow that energy to flow down into your head, filling your brain. You can almost feel all of the synapses in your brain start to fire. Woo! And it flows down into your neck, and maybe even your throat starts to loosen up, and you start to feel like you could sing, you could speak with power and with courage oh, with all of the stars behind you, and it flows down into your shoulders, and oh, yeah, your shoulders start to get some space in them. Get some space in those shoulders and into your back and down your arms. Just see that sparkling, scintillating energy of the starry heavens flow through you and fill you up down to your fingertips. And allow that energy to flow down into your heart and into your lungs, and allow it to flow and coat through all of your vital organs. And maybe you even start to realize that parts of your body that were made of stardust, which all of our parts were made of stars, starts to recognize the energy that's flowing through you. And you're like, oh my God, I feel like I'm home. Home in the universe, home in my body. But don't stop there. Let that energy flow down into your hips, and down into your thighs and your knees. And let the starry energy really sparkle and vitalize all the tired places, all the sore places, down into your calves and your ankles, down into your feet, and down into the earth. And oh, because it cannot just go down, it has to come back up. And so as it flows out of your feet, you feel it start to climb up the outside of your body, covering all of your skin, back up your legs and back up your torso, the front and your back and your sides. And oh, covering your skin, and your skin starts to be like, what? Whoa, what is all of this? This is awesome. I feel elated, and it's flowing up and up over your head and back up. Oh, back up to the starry heavens. Woo, and just take a moment again to breathe. And allow that to settle into your body, into the deepest parts of your body. And just notice, is there any difference? Notice how you feel. Oh, you might want to notice, open your eyes and look around the room and see, is there anything different? Does it look different? Listen to the sounds. Does it sound different? Just take a moment and notice without judgment. Just notice. It's information. Just information to take in. And now with the energy of the earth, the energy from the starry heavens all around us, inside and out. With that energy and with our breath, we now have the raw material that we can use to create our boundaries, our living, breathing boundaries that allow us to live in this world with a little bit of peace and safety. And so what I want you to do is I want you to take your hands and place them over your heart. And just breathe and bring your attention to your heart and your hands. And then imagine with me that you can take some of the energy of the starry heavens, some of the energy of the earth between your hands. And as you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, push that energy just a little bit away from your skin on all sides. Push it out just a little bit. Push it out a little bit in the front, a little bit on the sides. push it out a little bit in the back, a little bit at the top, just to give yourself a little space, a little bit at the bottom. Use your breath. Use your breath and your imagination and the raw material of the stars and the earth just to give yourself a little space. Okay, so now you've got this space, this egg shape around you, like a loose cocoon, like an egg of starry heavens and vital earth all around you. Oh, and a little space to move and a little space to breathe within our egg. I'm just pushing it all around me to give myself a little space, and I'm visualizing, I'm imagining that I'm completely surrounded. Oh, and now I'm just going to take a moment and I'm going to notice, and I invite you just to take a moment to notice what that feels like. The nice thing about this boundary is that it's truly part of you and it's part of the world around us. It's something that you don't have to dismantle or take away or put back on. You can always just connect back into the earth and the stars in your own breath. And bring it back when you need it. Especially when things feel a little overwhelming. Or when things feel like they're coming at you and your initial reaction is to be like, ah! You know, you can always just like, wait a minute, let me, before I do that, let me just take a moment, connect in and breathe and use my imagination and my breath to create some space where I can breathe and ground and center, where I can choose what comes in and what goes out. And let's just take a moment to imagine the things that we'd like to come in and come out. So, you know, maybe we can imagine that only things that are healthy for us can come through that membrane, that can come through that boundary. Yeah. Things that are generative, things that are healthy, those are the things that can come in. And we can choose in the moment what we would like to let go of. Like there's things that we can let go of and return back to the earth, and we can send those through our feet. So anything that is not generative, anything that's unhealthy and unsafe, we can send that down through our feet and into the earth to be transformed. But if we're interacting with people and we want to project calm, or we want to project love, or we want to be thoughtful in how we communicate with others, we can just talk to that boundary and say, yes, that's what I want to come out. And so that boundary can help us to regulate the environment inside and the environment outside. Now we're using the energy of mutable earth, of Virgo, to do this, to build this, to plug into this. But we don't have to wait for Moon to be in Virgo to do this. Now that we've done this, now that we've hooked into it, we know what to do. We can call this up at any time. We can choose where it is. It's up close to us or far out away from us, depending on where we are in the circumstances. Yes. Yes. And just take a moment now to allow that boundary to settle wherever it feels natural to you, so that you don't have to pay attention to it 100%. You can still go about your day, and it's there, and all you have to do is think about it to really bring it to the forefront. But this is the kind of thing where we don't have to always be ever vigilant to have that boundary. So just ask for it to settle naturally in a place that's right and calming and healthy for you right now. Excellent. Excellent. And now, let us give thanks. Let us give thanks to the moon and her energy for being with us. We give thanks to you, graceful goddess of the night sky, pale lady among the stars. Mother Moon, we have sung to you. We have loved you. We have honored you. We have welcomed you into our hearts. Thank you for filling us with your light, with your beauty. And we are blessed beyond measure. Blessed be. And now, bring your awareness back to your physical body. We didn't really leave, but we did alter our consciousness a little bit. So I invite you to begin to just gently stretch and move, breathing in and out. You know, I find it helpful to roll my wrists, my ankles, my shoulders, my neck. Oh, goodness gracious, that's good. Maybe pinch your ears a little bit. Pinch your nose. And then rub or pat the outside of your body. And again, this is just to make sure that we're fully in our bodies before we say goodnight. Yes. And say your name 3 times. Angela, Angela, Angela. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I invite you to leave feedback in the comments below and to share your experience. And please click the like button and subscribe to our channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, or click the like button and become like our Connect DC page. And when this video is posted, please share it to folks that you think would benefit, that would like to see this video. All of Connect DC's 2022 events can be found on our website, which is really easy to remember. It's connectdc.org. Our next event is our Ostara, or Spring Equinox Ritual. That's this coming Sunday, March 20th at noon Eastern Time. We're going to be meeting in person at Two Rivers Sanctuary. And the address for that is on our website, which is connectdc.org. And if you have found value in tonight's meditation and would like to support the work of Connect DC, please consider donating to us through our donate button on the website, which again is connectdc.org. It's so lovely to see those of you who are here tonight and who are commenting and saying hello. It's so exciting to be able to see you all and to hear you and to get your feedback. And whether I know you or not, bless you. I'm glad you're here. And so now go out, do your work, have a good evening. May the gods be with you. Blessed be, and peace.